Hello, everyone. My name's Robin Scott, and I'm the librarian at Clara Hall Elementary School. Today, we're going to do a fun kindergarten lesson. I want you to look at my table. I've got several things set up, and I want you just to think in your brain about what you imagine our lesson is possibly going to be about today. I know there are lots of smarty pants out there. I bet you can figure it out. If you said flowers or plants, you're exactly right. Good job, guys. Our objectives today, we're going to listen to a story, The Tiny Seed, and we'll discuss it. We're going to act out the life cycle of a plant, and even though I'm old, I've got a rap to do with you guys. So I'm going to need lots of help today. First of all, I want to talk about why this is my favorite time of year. I want you to think about the seasons of the year. How many seasons are in a year? I bet you know. Hold up your fingers and show me how many seasons you think there are in a year. I'm getting ready. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. If you have 4 up, you're exactly right. There are 4 seasons in the year. I want you to watch my season chant. These are the seasons, we know them all. Winter. Can you make winter hands? That's when it's really cold. Then comes the spring. That's when the sun gets warmer and plants begin to grow. So I'm going to make a little flower with my hand. Winter, spring. Then comes summer. That's when the sun's in the sky and it's hot, hot, hot. And you probably get to put your bathing suit on and go swimming. That's always a fun season too. After summer comes fall. The weather gets a little bit cooler. The leaves change colors on the tree and they fall to the ground. Watch me. These are the seasons. We know them all. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Drop it like it's hot and stand back up. Let's do it together. My turn, your turn. These are the seasons. We know them all. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Now, I want to tell you about spring. I want to talk about spring a little bit. I want to think about some things that happen in spring. In our poem, we know that the flowers grow, but what are some other things that happen in springtime? I bet you can think of some things. Yep, the weather gets warmer. And do you know spring is kind of a rainy season, especially in the month of April. When I was a little girl, I used to get so mad in April because I'd want to go outside and play. And I'd sit at the window and I almost cried. And my grandmother said, "Robin, why are you so sad?" And I said, "Because I want to go outside and play." And she said, "But don't you know that if we didn't have the April showers, we wouldn't have the beautiful May flowers? Don't you love to go pick flowers?" And I would say, "Yes, ma'am," because I always said yes, ma'am to my grandmother. And she taught me this little rhyme. April showers bring May flowers. Can you do that with me? Ready, go. April showers bring May flowers. Super job. I don't know about you, but I love flowers. As a matter of fact, I brought a flower today. And I want to talk about some different parts of a flower. This part right here is the seed. And the seed is planted in the ground like this. And after it gets a little bit of water, it grows little roots. They look like little hairs, little white hairs. And you know what they do? They work just like a straw. Who likes to go to McDonald's and get a drink? I do. I want you to pretend like you've got your cup from McDonald's and hold on to that straw. And I want you to take a big sip. Ready? That was good. That's exactly how roots work for flowers. So the seed is planted in the ground, and then roots start to grow. After that, a stem grows up, and then flowers get leaves, and finally a bloom that blossoms out into a beautiful flower. I want you to listen to this little quick story. It's called the Seed Song, and then we're going to make a rap out of it. The Seed Song by Judy Sesky, illustrated by Jasmine Varela. Seeds are planted deep, deep, deep. In the ground, they sleep, sleep, sleep. Yellow sunshine, bright, bright, bright. Raindrops falling, light, light, light. Gentle breezes blow, blow, blow. Seeds begin to grow, grow, grow. I want each of you to know this is how a flower grows. Let's make a rap out of that, because I like to have fun and rap and get up and move. So everybody stand up straight and tall. Let me make sure my mic is on good. I don't want to have another accident. Now, I'm going to say it, and then you're going to say it. So when I point to you, it's going to be your turn. Take a deep breath. Good luck. Seeds are planted deep, deep, deep. In the ground, they sleep, sleep, sleep. Yellow sunshine, bright, bright, bright. Raindrops falling, light, light, light. Gentle breezes, you know they blow. Seeds begin to grow, grow, grow. I want each of you to know this is how a flower grows. Oh, that was fun, but I got kind of hot. I don't know about y'all. I've got one more story to share with you today. And this is called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. You know, he's one of my favorite authors. He's the guy that wrote The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It's autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts there, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Oh, now they fly over an ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind. But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It's hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on. It others. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently to the ground. A bird comes along and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird doesn't see it. Now it's winter, and after their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they're going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft, white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it's spring, and after a few months the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full that they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There's another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It's a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. Will it be too late? Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It's summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all along. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It's taller than the people. It's taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It's the tallest flower they have ever seen. It's a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it's autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries the yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals, and it sways and bends from the wind. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seed pod opens, and out come many tiny seeds that sail far away on the wind. So, I have a question for you. We know at the beginning of our story, we had tiny seeds floating on the air. Did they all grow into flowers? Thumbs up if you think yes. Thumbs down if you think no. Ready? Nope. Some of them drowned in the water. Can you think of some other things that happened to some of our seeds that did not get to grow into flowers? I know you guys were good listeners. Yep, a bird ate one. Sure did. What else happened? Ooh, what was that tall thing called that had ice on top of it? A mountain. One of the seeds landed on an icy mountain and it was unable to grow into a flower also. But in the end of our story, when it was fall again, the petals began to come off of the flower. And remember, the wind blew and shook the flower, and the seed pod opened. So, did you know that inside the middle of a flower, there are seeds? And that's how flowers grow year after year after year. I hope you enjoyed that story because it's one of my favorites. Now, I've got one more thing to do with you guys. We're going to act out the life cycle of a flower. What is this called? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It's a seed. And what are these little things called that look like little hairs? They're roots. And remember, it's like when you go to McDonald's and drink a drink out of your what? Straw. And you take a big sip. That's how those roots work for a flower. Listen to my poem, and then we'll act it out. I'm a little seed underneath the deep, dark ground. I've been down here all winter. I'm going up to look around. I stretch and stretch and stretch until I see the big bright sun. I grow a little more. I'm having lots of fun. Now I have a leaf. And look, a brand new bloom. I have such pretty colors. Move over, I need more room. Now, we're going to get down on the ground and we're going to pretend like we're a little seed. All right, everybody, even though I'm old, I can still get down. Sometimes a little harder getting back up these days. All right, here we go. I need to see all my little seeds. Oh, yeah, y'all are good little seeds. Repeat after me. I'm a little seed underneath the deep, dark ground. I've been down here all winter. I'm going up to look around. I stretch and stretch and stretch until I see the big, bright sun. I grow a little more. I'm having lots of fun. Now I have a leaf. And look, a brand new bloom. I have such pretty colors. Move over, I need more room. Great job, boys and girls. I hope you've had a good time. And one more thing. I wanted to remind you guys. Sunday is Mother's Day, and I bet your mother loves flowers too. So one thing that you could do is ask a grown-up at your house if you could go out and pick a beautiful spring flower for your mother and give it to her for Mother's Day. Everybody have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.